what is just kind of the mood like, going into this game? It's kind of weird, right? Because you guys have already made the playoffs, but of course you want to try to get some momentum.
Yeah, for sure, man. Just taking advantage of opportunities. It's going to be a lot of, new faces out there this week. So just everybody taking advantage of the opportunity. Just trying to build some momentum going into the playoffs. So,
yeah. How important is that momentum? Some would say the game is meaningless, but if you guys don't win, it's 4 losses in a row.
Yeah, every game matters, man. I think every game, momentum swings is a huge thing going into the next game. So that's definitely our goal, to go out there and play as hard as we can to build our momentum going into the playoffs.
Overall, like offensively and in practice, how are you guys able to, how was the rhythm, how was the energy, how were things kind of going, at least in practice, even if you guys weren't able to play this week?
Yeah, I think it pretty much felt like a normal week. We all just going out there every day trying to execute what's called, and we trying to translate that until Sunday.
How many passes have you caught throws from Clayton Tune have you had?
I've caught a few, yeah. So, he's been here for a little minute now too. So, he was throwing to me while I was injured a little bit too. So, I got some decent reps with him beforehand. So.
What is the challenge like getting reps from essentially 3 different quarterbacks this year?
I wouldn't really say it's a challenge. I mean, throughout your whole career, you play with a lot of different quarterbacks. It's just getting the feel for it. So I think, those guys have been around a long enough time for us to, build that chemistry. So.
How has Clayton evolved? I mean, catching with him, during that stretch where you weren't playing up until now, how do you think he's evolved?
I think it's just like understanding the playbook and just executing what's called, just getting the call in and out the huddle. So I think he does a great job with that. So I think he feels pretty comfortable with everything as far as I've seen. So, we all got confidence in him, and we know he's going to do his job to help the team win.
How much growth have you seen from the league in terms of just how he has had command of the offense when he's played and just how the offense has been?
Yeah, his confidence grew tremendously. I think all of that was also just like learning the playbook and everything. But, he already had that raw talent, being able to scramble, make those crazy throws. And, it's already been in him, man. He just needed the confidence within the playbook and the scheme.
Does it surprise you at all, ever seeing what he does in there? Because I feel like sometimes people still get surprised.
I mean, we see it every day from each other, so I don't think there's any huge surprises in here. So, we all know we all got a ton of players that can go up in this locker room. So, yep.
Jayden, have you had any conversations with any of the coaches about having a minimized role this week just to make sure everybody's healthy going into the playoffs?
I mean, that's not really up to me. My job is just, do what's called and, do what the coaches, tell me to do. So I'm here to do whatever to help the team win. So.
Are you the type of player that, practice is good enough, or would you want game reps? Do you feel like you need them, or are you at the point of the season where if you guys participate in practice, you'd be ready to jump?
Yeah, man, it's a group collective, thing. So, whatever's going to help the team, that's what I'm required to do. So whether that's taking game reps, practice reps, wherever on the field, man, that's what I signed up to do. And, whatever my name is called, my job is to execute.
You obviously have a lot of familiarity with playing the Vikings, and I know each year is different, but
Yep.
Brian Flores is still AC there. What challenge is always presented when you go up against them?
Yeah, every year I play him, he definitely has a lot of funky stuff in his play calling, and I think it helps their defense tremendously. I try to hound in and study him up pretty well. But yeah, man, they got a lot of great players on that defense, and he makes a lot of great calls to help them out. It's definitely a challenge every time we play those guys.
How would you describe Tune's quarterback play to fans whose maybe first taste was last week of him?
I think he's prepared himself to, go out there and execute and do the job that we need him to do to get the job done this weekend. So day in, day out, he's worked. He stayed confident. We all believe in him.